Well, I have a light, breathable t-shirt on right now because the temperatures are about to get very warm here in North Texas. If you look at the radar behind me, there really is not any help. You have this outflow boundary here that's going to continue to move off to the southwest. Not really going to do much. It may bring some cooler temperatures just briefly and a little bit of a gust of wind to parts of, from Red Oak, possibly over to Midlothian this evening as this continues to push on, but really not any storms or anything developing along that. It's just not going to do much. And as I mentioned, when we get into the forecast, it's going to be quite warm this week. Monday, we're starting off, really the whole week is up until the end of the week is going to be in the mid to upper 90s. So really 96, 97, 98 degrees most of the week. And as you can see, those south winds are going to continue as well. A few clouds here and there, but really not much. Overnight, you're going to be in the low to mid 70s. And then as we get into Friday, 101 degrees, we're going to be hitting the century point in most parts of North Texas. There may be some low-lying areas where we don't quite hit those warm temperatures. What I'm going to be watching for is a cold front expected sometime late in the week. Could be sometime afternoon Friday, could be Saturday, but it does look like we might be a little less humid when that front does come in. So we could tack off the humidity a little bit as we get into the end of the week, but unfortunately, the first part of the week is going to be really, really warm, and we'll be looking at plentiful humidity to go along with all of this. Fortunately, we will have some gusty winds. They're out of the south. They're going to be bringing that Gulf moisture in. But maybe that can get the air moving enough to where we won't really have to worry about that too terribly much. So let's talk about some safety tips in the heat. This is what you want to be paying attention to this week because this is going to be really the first time we've hit those triple digits in a more widespread way. Earlier in May, of course, we had that nearly 2-week streak of temperatures in the 90s, but we weren't quite this warm. This is really kind of getting into a summertime pattern here. Obviously, you want to stay indoors and limit outdoor activity, not only because of the heat, but because when the temperatures go up, we also tend to have air quality issues as well. You want to wear light, breathable clothing. Again, this is a nice, breathable shirt that I'm wearing right now. So this would be something that is going to allow my body to better regulate the temperature when it's already hot outside. You want to check on vulnerable friends and family and neighbors, folks that may be living in lower income homes, homes that are more or really less modernized or maybe dilapidated homes and those kind of things. Just anybody that's in a vulnerable situation who may not have the kind of air conditioning that we really need to combat these really hot temperatures. Stay hydrated, wear sunscreen, watch for signs of heat exhaustion and stroke. We're going to have a segment coming on that very soon. I'm going to be speaking to hopefully a medical expert from here in Ellis County about a little more detail on that. But, if you or someone that you're with starts to not feel well in those warmer temperatures, don't be proud. Take your time, and if you need to take a break, go inside, get water, whatever the case might be. Listen to your body. Make sure that you're paying attention as these warm temperatures can get out of hand very quickly. Never leave people or pets in closed vehicles. Hello, we have that problem every summer, and no matter what we do to tell people this stuff, it seems like we never can get away from this last point being a problem. We talk about how tragic it is to lose children or pets in vehicles that become extremely hot, unlivable temperatures. in those vehicles. So there are different strategies there. You've talked about when you get into your car, leave a phone back there, or some people even leave their shoe or leave their purse, something that you are going to need when you get out of the car. If you're worried about remembering that you have a passenger behind you, put that in the back seat with them, and that way there's no doubt that you will go and check on them before you leave the vehicle. So this week, just keep in mind that the temperature is going to be going up. I'll be watching for the weekend to possibly bring in a little bit of a temperature break and at least hopefully some humidity break, because sometimes temperatures in the 90s are not all that bad if it's not as humid. But I will continue to watch that. So go to elliscountyweather.com for the latest forecast information. Follow all the social pages on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter for all the latest updates there. Just stay cool this week. And again, follow these tips. I'll put these up on the page as well. Make sure you're paying attention to these. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others as the temperatures in North Texas start taking a turn towards what we consider a normal summer.